ID Alliance presents this week's short attention span sales tip. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the end of the month. Holy cow, where did July go? He said as he was recording this at the beginning of the month. You know, one of my favorite movies, wise guy wise, is City Slickers. Jack Palance, Billy Crystal. I love that movie. It really hit me when I first saw it. And there's a great scene in this movie where Jack Palance, the really tough guy cowboy, the guy that did one-armed push-ups at 76 years old at the Academy Awards one year when he won for this role, as a matter of fact, he's talking to Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal is this city slicker. And he has gone to this dude ranch to kind of straighten his life out, and he's gone with his buddies, and they're all kind of not growing up, and we can all relate to this. But Billy Crystal is very confused in his life. And Jack Palance says, "You want to know what the secret of life is?" And Billy Crystal says, "Yeah, what is it?" He says, "One thing. It's one thing." And Billy Crystal says, "Okay, but what? What's the one thing?" And Jack Palance says, "Well, that's what you've got to figure out. In sales, your one thing is your differentiator. And yeah, you've got to figure that out. What's your differentiator? Why do people buy from you?" Now, if you automatically go to, "Well, people buy from me for my great customer service," if you've heard yourself say those words to a prospect, just know that everybody says that. Can it really be a differentiator if everyone says the same thing? Plus, how can somebody know if that's true or not without buying from you? They don't know whether or not you're a good salesperson and you have good customer service and follow-up until they place an order, but they're not going to place an order unless they know that you're good at that. So it's kind of a yin and a yang, you know, these two little things that are chasing each other through eternity. Try something else. This is my idea. I've always used the commentary, my ideas. That's what differentiates me. That's what makes me special. I'm not just going to take something that's got ink and toner magically sticking to a substrate and give you a better price. Anybody can do that. You know, if you're a sales rep listening to this, your boss does not need you to go running around making that sales call. They can do that through the internet now. Instead, learn the story behind the printed piece so that you can come up with a better idea. A better idea of what to do, a better idea of what to say. This, I think, should be your differentiator, your resourcefulness. Later on, you can bedazzle them with your customer service. But for now, ask questions about how the piece works, and then maybe give them a price on what they want and another price on what you think they need. That is a much better differentiator because that can be tested up front. So if someone says, "Hey, why should I buy from you?" and you come back and you say, "Because I'm going to come up with a better idea." And they say, "Okay, do it." Now you can go and ask all those qualifying questions that you've got preloaded in your head. How does this piece work? How many get wasted? How do you find new customers? Where do they find you? Would you like to know? Who's your ideal customer? What have you done in the past? What's worked? What hasn't worked? All of these open-ended questions will help you to better understand the client and what they're doing so that you can come up with a better idea and then you can lay it out there and say, "Hey, if you like this, buy it from me." So that's it for this week, and that is it for this month. Holy cow. Get ready. We got, another few weeks to go before the summer is over. Keep pressing forward. Have a great selling week, and I'll talk to you all next week with another sales tip. Thanks.